Guys, we are 10 matches into the season, and we thought it'd be fun to compile some of the players in La Liga who have had the biggest fall-offs. You guys love these hater topics, so I need to hear from everybody down below in the comments. And if you want to see an updated version of this and other content from the one and only La Liga show on YouTube, make sure you are subscribed. Michael, why don't you give us the biggest fall-off, and then we'll just snowball from there. I got hella clips today. I'm ready.
I got the magazine ready for my own team because this season has been absolutely atrocious to watch, and we just lost to fucking Getafe, and they put in their bio, "This is good football." This is what we have done, and one of the players has had a big fall off, and I know people want to say Inaki. Nico has barely played this season. I think Sunset has had a big fall off this season. I don't know what's happened to him.
Amen, brother.
He doesn't have that same impact on the game. He's got one goal this season so far, and this is not a case of injuries, which has plagued in the last couple of years. Sunset has played almost every single game throughout this season, and he's had zero impact. His only goal this season was a penalty. A penalty. Whereas this guy last season in the box, he's getting goal after goal. Yeah, he hasn't had many opportunities with shots on goal this season, but I just feel like his overall impact on the field is not being felt. Yes, he's not like a creative number 10. He's a bit more of a goal scorer in that sense, but I'm not liking the way Sunset is playing, and I think that's affecting the entire attack for Athletic Club, which this season looks absolutely clueless. We have no clue what to do without Nico. Guruzetta's given us some bright moments. Inaki, I mean, the less said, the better about Inaki this season, but Sunset for me, for where he was last season, a top 20 player in La Liga, he's not even top 50, top 100 this season as of right now. He's not even the top 5 best player for Athletic Club. So if Sunset is not playing as a top 5 player for Athletic Club, that's a big worry. And I think for me, he's had one of the biggest fall-offs. But it's early in the season. Hopefully he can bounce back because Athletic Club need him.
Dude, you're spot on. And if Sunset was not one of the least talked about stars in football, I think he would be getting absolutely torched on. Yeah. If he had 50% of the followers of Nico Williams, oh my God, it would be a bloodbath on Twitter because he has been certified ass. And I think we could all agree that probably Athletic Club have had the biggest fall off from last season. Every single star, even Dani Vivian, I'm not gonna say he fell off, but this is a guy that I had him written down only because we had him in our team of the season. We were like, dude, who's better than Dani Vivian in La Liga? And now it's like, okay, he just kind of looks like another average Spanish center back. It's crazy what has happened there. I have Inaki as my number 1 fall off from Athletic Club, but I had Sunset second. Dude, if you look at any stat from Inaki Williams, it's gone to shit. His dribble success rate, I'm only going to call out 2 because every stat is down. So just look at it yourself. But the 2 that really stood out to me, the dribble success rate in the league, 37% last season. It's down to 23%. Basically, I cut in half this season versus last. What else got cut in half is his chances created per game. He was about a chance and a half last season, down to barely over half a chance created this season. He has been abysmal.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad, bro. And I've honestly, one of my 2 was Inaki Williams, bro. But I'm gonna go back to the Sunset point really quickly, just to slightly. I'm not gonna say he hasn't been asked because he has. I agree with that. The whole team, from my perspective, has really been poor. But I think that recency bias is undefeated. And I think that most fans kind of look back to Sunset's last season thinking, okay, he's now on the rise, hitting closer to his ceiling or his potential. We should expect this moving forward. But in reality, last season was such a one-off for him. I think last season he basically almost doubled his best ever goal output across his entire career up to that point. He's never really gotten to anywhere close to 17 goals and whatever amount of assists he had. In any point of his career. I think he massively overperformed in 24-25. And now we're judging him based off of that overperformance this season, where there's just this massive disparity, this massive gap from what we know him to be. I still think he's a decent player. I just think he's suffering from, it's like a symptom of a greater problem. He's suffering from down form that his entire team is experiencing at the moment. And we're kind of just comparing and contrasting him to what he was last year versus what he's really been for the majority of his career.
I would say the last 2 seasons, he's been really good.
Yeah, but even the season before, what did he have? Like 8, 9, 10 goals, something like that. Like
That's
he
pretty
almost
good, though.
doubled his output. No, he's been
Well, he's
good.
on
He's been
pace
good.
for 4. So
Yeah,
it's
fair. Again, but like, bro, when you hit 17, I'm just saying context is super important, and one-off seasons are truly that, one-off seasons. I think for the majority of his career, he's a big contributor to Athletic Club, but he's not their talisman goal scorer, right? He was that last season, but he shouldn't be looked to be that moving forward. That's all that I'm saying.
I'm going to push back on that because number one, by the letter of the law, even if you have a one-off season, you still fell off. And number two, none of us thought that he was going to revert to this level. None of us, all of us were like, dude, Sunset crazy underrated. How is nobody, searching in the $35 million mark to come and buy him? We all thought that this guy's the real deal. And now he's getting bodied by, random midfielders for Valencia, and freaking Luis Milla from Getafe is clear this season. And it's just like, well, hold on. I mean, even by our standards, which I feel like we're pretty realistic, I mean, he's been a massive disappointment.
Yeah. Again, I agree with you. I just think if he didn't have the season he had last season, he had more of the norm of what we expect out of someone like Sunset. It just may not. It's one, it's not going to be as big of a fall off, of course, but two, we're not going to be as harsh about it. And I do still see comparisons on the timeline every now and then, because Sunset's not widely talked about, but every now and then you get a dude. I mean, like we're talking now. Look at how far the mighty have fallen, and it's like, yeah, but he overperformed so bad last year, or so greatly last year, that like, I don't know. Like if he were to pick it up in the second half of the season dramatically, I don't even know if we're talking about this come May. You know what I mean? So like, again, if he normalizes, gets close to anywhere between 7 to 10 goals, contributes, helps get other teammates back on track, that's what I want to see. The goals to me are like whatever, but beyond that, he's got to help his teammates get more involved in the attack as well. And Inaki looks like shit. Nico's barely played. Guys like Berenguer and Guruzeta are like whatever. They're just fucking there. Navarro actually might be like one of their better attackers, and he barely gets minutes. So like, I don't know what to make of this team at this point, but all I know is what I'm seeing collectively across the board is shit, and Sunset is just suffering from the greater team problem from my perspective.
Well, he needs to be having a good season. I mean, if he had any aspirations to get into the Spain team, he needed to have an amazing season.
Do you think
As
he
of
ever
right
gets
now,
into that Spain team, bro? Because if he
got
got 70 goals last season, it never happened. So like, if it doesn't happen last season, it's not happening now.
I mean, if somebody just gets injured, like a Dani Olmo, which, I mean, well, the guy's always injured, then maybe he has a case to get into the team. But at this rate, you're not even calling up, you're not even dialing the first number on Sunset's phone number if you're Luis de la Fuente to get this guy to the World Cup. So Sunset's got to pick it up. There's no doubt about it. And there's not a case of the last 2 seasons where it's been, oh, he's injured. When I always say, guys in the chat, oh, he's injured again. That's not been the case this season. He's actually healthy. And yet he's playing ass.
Does anybody have Ayoze Perez on their list?
No.
You do?
I do, but with like a little asterisk. Like obviously, injury and whatnot. Still, I guess coming back from that. What we have seen, though, only tells me he is for sure not reaching what he did last season. And maybe even the season before.
One-off.
No way.
Yeah.
Which is a better example of what Jose is describing.
Yes,
I think
I agree.
Perez is the perfect description of a one. No one was like, dude, he might hit 20 goals again. No, that was never, ever happening. He did
with
score
the
against
Real
some...
made and everything. No.
Yeah.
I hope he enjoyed last season because, it's as good as it gets for him.
Yeah, it ain't. Well, yeah, I'm curious that if somebody gets injured, like if Mikadotse went down, I do think Perez would slide back in. But even with like Moreno back fit, Nicola Pepe being the GOAT, I mean, it's really tough to break into that Villarreal front too. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But I want to ask that because when Jose was describing the whole Sunset, in defense of him, I just kept thinking, this is Ayoze Perez, like 100%.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Elijah, why don't you give us your other one? Since I stole the thunder on the first one.
No worries. Well, I have a few on my list. I mean, Inaki was my number one, so I'm put that out there. There are a few other players I think fit that Ayoze Perez role that it's going to look like an offseason. I think another one is Johnny Cardoso. I really want him to do good. I'm wearing him on my back right now. But like, I don't know.
He has played
just
45 minutes, like in defense.
Yeah, 100%. I just with the team that he's being put into and whatnot, I don't see I see a fall off happening. Now that might just be an early prediction. Maybe we revisit this later. I'm completely wrong. I just don't see it working as well as he did at Betis, and this is half my plea to get him to come back on loan next season. You know how it is. You have to
Is
play
this
the game.
because we beat you 2-0 in your own backyard on Monday?
And so my other 3 players are from Atleti, and I do want to cover them as well.
Julian Alvarez, biggest fall off this season.
He could be better.
He could be better. You know, you're not wrong. Not wrong.
Oh my god, this is
No, this-
unbelievable. Hey,
Jack,
keep
this
that
is
same
not
energy when
personal.
Isco comes back, bro.
This
Come
is
on.
not personal by any means. They just happen to all be Atleti players. Number 1, Sorloth. We're not seeing a Sorloth season like he did last season.
Oh,
He's not
Gone.
one. I mean,
Michael's
a lot
here
of
for it.
these players
Look at him. Look
if
at him.
Michael speaks, he's in big trouble.
It's very clear. He had a great season last season. It's very clear we're not seeing the same. Also, just because he's not getting the minutes, right? He started, I have it pulled up here. He's started, 3 out of 9 matches in La Liga. Doesn't look like it's going to get better. Not all that is him, obviously, but it's not happening. Another Atleti player in a similar boat, I think Antoine Griezmann should have came overseas last season. I think he had one last solid season with Atleti. It's not happening again. I think the season's going to be another fall off, and we're just going to look at it.
I think he already fell off last year.
100%. But I think Antoine was just at such a level, in his career with Atleti, even the last few seasons, anything
He was
like we're
so
seeing
good,
right now
he
is
fell off
not.
twice, is what you're saying.
He's just that good. It's a compliment and an insult. And then
Okay.
this one, Jack, this one's for you. And this one, maybe this fall off we've been watching for a while now. And he's continuously falling off
I smell it.
between the sticks.
Yep. Yep.
Jan Oblak.
Amen,
I mean,
brother.
we've known.
He said amen is crazy.
A
Bro,
fraud
we've
nobody's
known.
talking about, dude.
We've known, but the car's
My
off the
God.
cliff. It was teetering for a little bit, but the car's falling off the cliff at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of these players, especially those last 2 I mentioned, old guard, and it's time to move on. So no, Jack, it's not personal.
3 Atleti players out of
But not
A little bit
personal.
salty from Monday. A little bit.
Yeah, I don't have any players from Betis on this list, so I can cap
Crazy.
it off there. I can cap it off there.
I have one
Yellow.
other name.
Okay.
I wonder if you guys agree with this, because obviously his team is very, very ass, and he's also from the Basque country. Well, not originally, but plays from the Basque region. I think Kubo. I don't know what to make of his career right now. I really don't.
I think it's been a fall off for more than one season, but yes, I agree with you.
Now it's
1000%.
getting worse, progressively worse and worse. There's no hype, zero PR for
Zero
Kubo.
PR.
Zero PR. Jack is the only one trying to carry it for Kubo on YouTube. He's the only one, and probably on TikTok, Instagram.
Noble
There
mission.
is zero PR for this guy.
And
at
I'm
the
still
moment.
kind of a dick to him. So if I'm the one guy holding the
You're
torch, that's bad.
You're
Crazy.
the only one holding the torch because this season, yes, Real Sociedad are terrible. There's no doubt about it. And they've obviously consistently lost talent. But Kubo, if you want to get a move away from Sociedad, you got to ball out. Has he balled out, guys?
No.
No.
And this is a continuous conversation we haven't been having, but we should be having because honestly, I'm kind of like it's a great point Michael made, but I haven't even thought about him or frankly Sociedad in general, but I haven't thought about their players. And this is so different from what it was even 3, 4, 5 seasons ago. You always kind of saw guys like Kubo as like the big threat when we have Sociedad on the calendar. Now I could fucking care less. Like at the end of the day, like he's not so much of a threat anymore. It's crazy. Yeah, no one's talking about that fall off.
Yeah. They've actually been leapfrogged by Sevilla in terms of an entertaining side, which should never happen.
Crazy too.
Ruben Vargas is dusting Kubo. Alexis Sanchez has more GA than Kubo does this season.
The 38-year-old
Oh my
Alexis
God.
Sanchez. Damn.
What year?
I think
year are we
Kubo's his only goal this season was the first game of the season. From memory serves me right. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
I have a little bit of empathy for him because he has very little offensive talent around him, or at least maybe not talent, but goal scoring around him.
Yeah.
And he's
zero
not
threat.
He's not a great finisher either, so he's much more of like a setup man. I still think he's creating chances. Who's fallen off harder, Inaki Williams or Kubo? It's Inaki Williams for sure. But like you can only make excuses for so long if you're talking with Kubo. At some point, I mean, I know this is a Spanish show, but even his teammates with Japan, guys like Keito Nakamura and Junya Ito, were on a relegated ROMS team last season. Junya Ito led Liga in chances created on a relegated team, the most chances
Crazy,
created.
bro. It's insane.
So if Kubo's that guy, if he's that freaking good, I'm trying to see the same thing here, and we're not. And it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable for him. Can I nominate a huge name that we have not mentioned?
I haven't given my name yet, by the way, FYI.
Okay, I got two. One's a bombazo, and we got to be honest with ourselves about this one because he has fallen off.
All right,
and that's Jules Kounde.
Bro, that was mine.
He was on my list too.
Yeah. This was my pick. Bro, it hurts me. It hurts me because like there have been one-off games. Again, for those who watch football with their eyes, not with their FOTMOB bookmark on their browser. When you watch it, he's had one-off great games. I think back to the Newcastle match we all watched together. That was a fantastic game by Kounde. Like vintage Kounde, just absolute lockdown. But then you look at El Clásico, right? Oh my God, it was so painful. It was so painful watching Vinny just like stutter stop and easily work his way around. Kounde's feet just glued to the pitch and him being frozen, not being able to do anything. I can't pinpoint what the reason is. I don't know if it's his workload from last season creeping up into this season, too many minutes, and maybe an over-reliance on Kounde from Flick last season. That could very well be a play. I mean, there's a few players suffering from that, not just Kounde. But nobody on the Barca team has fallen off the way that he has. Like, Rafinha's dealing with injuries, right? Dani Olmo is as well. Lewandowski, like all these guys are injured right now, and I get it. But like when they have played this season, it's been somewhat consistent. The goals are there if they're attackers. And from Kounde's side, it's like when he does play outside of the occasional one-off big game when he's played well, you just can see it. He just doesn't look the same. He's not as tenacious. He's not as quick on the ball. His accuracy of long balls has dropped off statistically this season as well. I don't know, man. It's scary hours. When you have Eric Garcia consistently making his presence known time and time again in this Barcelona side, granted, I believe Eric Garcia could be one of the most underrated players in this team, maybe even in La Liga. But put that aside, bro, the fall off is noticeable for anybody who's actually been watching the matches. It's crazy.
I really do think that he needs to move to the center back position. I think this experiment, it worked for one season at the right back. He did fantastically well. You just need to move him to the center back position and just spend some money, go to South London and get Daniel Munoz at the right back position. That's what Barcelona should do.
Yeah.
God, that would piss me off if y'all got Munoz. Oh my Lord, dude.
Was I not saying it? We did this episode in the summer, right? I was like, bro, the first signing I would ever make in this team, fuck a keeper with Joan Garcia or anything else. I said a right back. With how many minutes they had. An attacking one, someone, and bro, I was screaming out names like Ratio at the end of the day, like that, cool, whatever. But
would have been a good signing, to be fair.
Yeah, would have been a good signing. But at this point, it's like anybody who's just, I don't want to say serviceable, that's not the right word, but someone who'd come in, do a job, be consistent in that role defensively, and just offer a spark on the attacking side. Right now, that's all that we need because Kounde is just not there. He's not there right now. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's playing injured. At this day and age, everybody's playing with some kind of nagging pain, whatever. I get it. But, bro, it's been wild to see him go from 55, 60 matches to playing just a handful. And I'm like, dude, this guy might be cooked for this season. I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah. His saving grace is he has been pretty freaking good in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But bro, that has to come back to La Liga, man. That has to translate over.
Yeah, maybe it's a mental thing. I mean, maybe it's the fact that y'all won the league last year and he's just not up for those games as much as he is for the Champions League. He's still good. Like if we're talking about guys who have fallen off, I mean, like Inaki Williams is, if he was on a club that could actually sign players, he'd be benched. But there's nobody to bench him. You know, Kounde's still good, but he went from best right back consensus in the league, probably third in the world last season, to I don't know where we would rank him now, maybe like 7th, 8th on performances. I mean, he's still top 10, but just relatively he has fallen off.
Yeah. I mean, look, Eric Garcia's been good, but the fact that like I was watching El Clásico and I felt like And granted, he played well. He actually came in for 15, 20 minutes and played well. But I was literally like, dude, at this point, fucking throw Araujo in. Like bring Kounde off at halftime, throw Araujo at right back, and we'll go back to the Xavi era and just have literally Araujo just trying to man mark Vinny. Because I'm telling you, right before halftime, 3 or 4 minutes in, there was a very pivotal moment where Vinny did a quick stutter stop and then he cut inside. It's vintage Vinny. You know exactly what to expect. And he stood there. He just stood there and watched it go by. And like, It's not that I'm sure he couldn't anticipate. I just think his body can't do right now what his brain is telling it to do. And that's a massive, massive problem. So I don't know how Barca fix this. I really don't. You could throw Eric Garcia in there for a good amount of the games in La Liga because of the competition that you're playing against. But in the Champions League and these bigger knockout games that will come inevitably down the road, I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's a real conundrum that Barca will have to figure out.
I got one last name here. Brian Zaragoza from Celta.
Yeah.
I think this is a signing that we looked at Celta having to play European football, bringing in Osasuna, maybe not their best attacker. That's probably Budimir, but their best creator for sure, their best winger. And it seemed to me, at least, this could all be in my head, as a statement signing where I was like, okay, damn, Celta bringing in Zaragoza. This is a nice consolidation of some existing good talent in La Liga, and he's had 0 injuries. He got benched recently against Sociedad. He's just been certified trash the whole season. and I don't really know what's going on. There's a reason, ladies and gentlemen, that Celta have 1 win in the league this year, and Zaragoza has to eat his share of that pie because he's not contributing with goals. He's not contributing with assists. He's not helping at all. And again, not to bring up the Bayern Munich transfer again, but this is a guy who's clearly talented. He clearly has it in his bag, but he's done nothing. He's done absolutely nothing. And it's a loan move. If I was Celta right now, I don't think I buy. I think I send him back.
Yeah.
I would agree. Yeah.
He's really
I don't
depth
think
at
he's
this point.
Yeah, I don't think he's been good enough. And you look at a player like Borja Iglesias, I mean, the guy has stepped up. Iago Aspas is doing still his thing at 38 years old. And I mean, Youthkla you could talk about has not been a good sign either, but recently Youthkla has been performing a little bit better. And Celta are actually playing good football, but it's everything in the final third that is costing them just getting the draw to a victory. That's all they need to convert. And is Zaragoza the only problem? No, because they have missed a lot of chances throughout the team. But Zaragoza is one of their marquee signings alongside Youthkla. And one of them is starting to perform a little bit better, and the other one is fading away in existence. So Zaragoza's got to pick it up because Celta just are going to take a chance on you. And if you don't perform, okay, you go to the 2nd division of Spain or something. Or you go to Getafe and just defend for your life every single game. Up to you, Zaragoza. Your life to choose. But he's got to improve. He's got, 28 games to do that.
Yeah. Dude, if he ends up in the 2nd division, wow. That would be insane. 12 appearances in all comps this year, 0 goals, 0 assists.
That would be a crazy fall off, like a crazy fall off. But again, I still feel like he's someone that a player that we all saw a ton of potential with. I think back. I remember seeing that Bayern transfer and thinking, what? They must know something or see something that I immediately don't see on the surface. Like, again, you watch football with your eyes. So again, maybe they saw something in certain matches where like, hey, you know what? We can actually do something with this potential, cultivate it, get it to where we think it can be. And it obviously never really panned out. But I think it's kind of what this feels like with Zaragoza is you just kind of felt like he could have become a special player, and it's just never really panned out that way. And not only is it not really panning out, it's going backwards now. So yeah, it's a tough situation for him.
Don't worry, 9th of November and next weekend, it's Barcelona at home for Celta. That's the
I
game.
Fucking hate that game, bro. And it's not going to be him. It's going to be Iago Aspas that's going to be the pain in my ass. But like,
Celta
whatever.
is winning, and Zaragoza is getting his first goal. You can bookmark it here.
And then he won't score again for 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah,
Bro, he really doesn't have any excuses, man. He's in a good environment. Celta have a good starting 11. Like, again, if you're good, you're going to eat. If you're good, you're going to start putting up performances. Freaking Inaki shows up to a dead-ass Girona side, and he's already got 3 times the output of what Zaragoza has. And Zaragoza knows La Liga. He's been here for years. Inaki, was he in Greece before?
Yeah,
Panathinaikos, yeah, was at, I think, the Marseille project.
He's traveled quite a bit, though, yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Like, Zaragoza really has no excuse. He really has no excuse to
Yeah,
be
I
this
agree.
mid. So, anyways,
Very
any
good.
any final nominations, guys?
The whole
No.
Athletic Club team.
The good news is you
What
can
about-
only go up from here, Michael. You can only go
That's
up from
true.
I can only pray. I can only pray, bro, because what I've been seeing this
Well-
season, feels like I'm eating chlorine every day.
Yeah, Jesus.
It's actually
the memes are
not
real.
true. It could definitely get worse. You guys could definitely slide a couple more spots in the table right now.
I'm just trying to up the vibes, you know, Jack. I'm just trying to help my boy out, despite the fact that he's a generational Sorloth hater. And I don't really care about Sorloth that much, but now it's quite literally I'm waiting for my own agenda to come back into play. But Athletic Club, I talked about it last episode, bro. It's insane. Like honestly, I don't even know if they finish near a European spot this season based on how they're currently playing.
And we will be dropping videos exclusively talking about that in the future. So if you guys don't want to miss that, if you guys don't want to miss future watch-alongs of La Liga games, match reactions, all that good stuff, make sure you hit subscribe, smash the like button if you enjoyed this episode, and please down below in the comments let us know, not just myself, let us know the biggest fall off in La Liga as of now. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see y'all in the next one.